Is marriage for everyone? What's the next step after dating for 5 years, 7 years? For whom is the marriage for? What is the intention of getting married? For the woman to have security, for the man to claim legality, or for the parents and their religiosity? Or for tradition and social construct who dictates that marriage is decency. Otherwise, you are indecent, an outcast. In modern times today, some couples choose not to get married. How did this new norm come about? And how does this arrangement feel like for the woman who bears a child and for the man who has to support the child? Is not being married but living as a family the new norm of most couples in modern times? Well, people change, and the person you married 15 years ago most likely is not the same person now. What if you don't want to be with that person anymore? And in the Philippines, there's no divorce. So how would you know if marriage is for you or not? From Pinas Sadya, I'm Labastilla-Turgut, and this is Your Authentic Self. Episode 3, Marriage or Not.
I just wanted to have a kid by the time I was 30, but I did not want to get married because I've seen a lot of failed marriages, mother side, friends. So, ayoko yung burden to be with somebody forever. I don't want to make that commitment that forever. Wala namang forever eh.
Meet Xiao, one of the most decisive and empowering women I know. An engineering graduate from UP Diliman, she is a serial entrepreneur having launched and managed several businesses of her own. Outspoken, smart, and resourceful, Xiao gets things done. And when she sets an eye on something, she usually gets it, bar none.
It's the concept of marriage. I think it's outdated eh. It's outdated eh. Kasi walang divorce sa Philippines, diba?
Yeah.
So parang getting married here is so, how do you say that? Parang para siyang it's, mayabang siya, mayabang. Like, there's no humility in marriage here because you're practically saying you're not making a mistake. What if you are? I think I'm not saying she's a mistake, pero we're human and we can make mistakes. Pressure ng the family. Kung magpapakasal kayo ng tama sa mata ng Diyos. So, hindi naman ako, I just don't believe in it. So,
Meet Lester, Xiao's partner for 15 years, whom she lived together for 9 years. They share one child and several businesses together. The three of us worked together when we were 24 or 25 in Romcar. It's a company who owns KFC, Mr. Donut, Tokyo, and Modellite, among others. Xiao and I were in marketing and Lester in corporate finance. They dated for 5 years. And then when Xiao turned 30, she decided to have a child. But she didn't want to get married. And so does Lester. Why? How inconvenient is marriage? So I interviewed them separately, separate schedule, separate room. Let's hear from Lester first.
I think I'm not saying she's a mistake, pero we're human and we can make mistakes. Pero like, I will not make a mistake. This is the person I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with. Wait, malay mo, in 10 years, you're a different person.
Yeah.
And it's no longer the case, diba? Even if we're not married, we're still making a commitment, diba? To live together, to be happy together.
Oh my, just yung you have businesses together. So more than the anak, the businesses.
Yung family in the business, diba? Siyempre, the people you work with. Kaya kumbaga parang, iba't pati magpapakasal, ang dami na masyadong intertwined.
I don't regret it. So, but sometimes you make compromises, diba? I guess you gotta watch out for these compromises, kasi parang if you keep doing it, parang you feel like you're losing something, and then sometimes, you end up just being a different person because you're blaming the other person for, those sacrifices, and when it should be, you made it wholeheartedly dapat. Oh yeah, honest ako sa podcast mo.
From Pinas Sadya, this is Your Authentic Self, a celebration of the real you between ages 30 to 40. Catch our next episode this Monday on Spotify. Episode 3, Marriage or Not, with guests Charlene, Falcis, and Lester Fuentes. A couple have been together for 15 years, lived together for 9 years, share one child in a house and several businesses together. Find out how their arrangement of not getting married has made them stronger than other married couples. Watch out for another episode of Pinas Sadya Podcast, Your Authentic Self. Ikaw na ikaw, walang katulad. Mondays on Spotify.